everyone. I'm Leanna Aguilera from Entertainment Tonight, and like you, I have fallen head over heels for the deliciously dark drama known as Riverdale. I know that we have so much to discuss ahead of season 2, and I'm going to open it up to you guys and the fans in a little bit, but let's get going. Okay. All right. I'm ready. Let's bring out our amazing cast and executive producers. Please join me in welcoming Roberto Aguirre-Sacasa, executive producer of Riverdale. Our favorite redhead, aside from the Blossom family, KJ Appa as Archie Andrews. The lovely Camila Mendez as Veronica Lodge. Lily Reinhart, your Betty Cooper. Cole Sprouse as Jughead Jones. Madeline Petch as Cheryl Blossom. The oh-so-fierce Ashley Murray as Josie McCoy. Haley Law as Valerie Brown. Asha Bromfield as Melody Valentine. And we have a surprise addition for you guys. Fresh off of a plane, Casey Cott as Kevin Keller. And last but certainly not least, the lovely Sarah Schechter, our executive producer of Riverdale. Woo! You all look so amazing up here. I need to know, where are the unattractive people in Riverdale?
Underneath
Because
all
I
this
don't
makeup.
think
We don't let them in.
You guys, that gag reel was one of the best season bloopers I've ever seen. You guys look like you're having so much fun on set together. So we're gonna kick things off with a little quick on-set pop quiz and a chance for you guys to call out your co-stars a little bit.
Yeah.
Who on the cast plays the most pranks on set?
Cole
KJ?
Sprouse?
Yeah.
KJ?
KJ for sure.
Cole and KJ.
Not really
KJ.
pranks though.
We also we have a new Reggie for season 2.
Charles and KJ.
Named Charles. who's
Charles and KJ.
awesome, and
Yep.
he has immediately solidified himself as a prankster.
Who breaks into giggles in the middle of a scene the most?
KJ.
Yeah,
KJ.
Lily.
Oh, Lily too, yeah.
No,
We're together.
that's true.
Who can always be found snacking on food at Crafty?
Camila.
Me.
KJ.
KJ, dude.
Me.
KJ has like a warrior's gut. He
insane.
consumes so much food, it's almost disgusting. Should play
I
Jughead.
had 5 donuts.
Who's most guilty of constantly taking selfies in between takes?
Madeline.
That's one.
And last but certainly not least, with this cast, I gotta know, who's singing the most on set?
Lily.
Pussycat.
Not me.
I sing the most.
Oh, yeah,
actually.
Ashley,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go Ashley.
Actually, we sing a lot, like in the green room. We're always just like.
We're always breaking out into Destiny
Cole loves
Child.
it. Cole loves it when the girls
Shout
start
out
singing.
Yeah.
He hates it.
We have so much goodness for season 2 to talk about right now, but of course we have to address the biggest finale cliffhanger. Fred Andrews was shot. We do not know what is going to happen, but I do know that Roberta and Sarah can chime in and give us a little tease as to what we're going to see in the season 2 premiere.
I think we're going to find out Fred's ultimate fate at the end of the premiere. You saw a little clip there with Archie bringing Fred to the hospital. The first episode is basically Archie, the gang, all of the town sort of sitting, waiting to find out what's going to happen with Fred, and it will be revealed at the end of the first episode. We're all pulling for him, though.
Well, KJ, how is Fred getting shot going to affect Archie's worldview? He's typically such an optimistic guy, but now his BFF is going to a new school. His dad just got shot. Are we gearing up for Dark Archie?
100%. Like Roberto said, Archie's pretty much freshly dealing with Fred being shot in that first episode. So there's a lot of things going on, and there's almost a switch that goes off. And I think 100% it's a completely different side to Archie that we haven't really seen yet. So yeah, it was when I read that first episode, I was happy because I knew that it would be.
How are you going to juggle football, music, and your dad?
OMG, it's gonna be quite the pickle for you there. I'm really excited to announce that we're getting 22 glorious episodes in season 2. Congratulations, guys. Sarah, how does having 9 additional episodes shape the writer's room? Do you have more room to play this year?
I think it's funny, we thought that we'd have a ton of room to sort of do one-off episodes and sort of like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but there's so many great characters and there's so many stories to tell that it's the same. I think it's just more of that kind of pedal to the metal, aggressive storytelling and juggling all these characters. And what's so fun is seeing different characters interact, and that's one of the things we'll have a chance to do with more time.
Roberto, is there anything that you didn't get to fit into season 1 that you're like, yes, season 2 is where we're doing it?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is, like Sarah said, we have a huge cast, and we're going to get to see more. We're going to see more of Kevin Keller this year. We're going to see, which is great. We're going to see more of Josie. We're going to see more of the Pussycats. And we're going to be able to do as much crime stuff as we want, and then have enough for the characters and the relationships and the romances. So it's really a bigger canvas, and that's the best thing.
How you doing, Cole?
Why are you singling me out right now?
Because it's time to talk about Jughead. He's going to a brand new school this year, and when we last saw him in the season 1 finale, he put on a Southside Serpents jacket.
Yeah.
What's his mindset as he's going into season 2?
I think Jughead for season 2 is placed kind of in the middle of 2 worlds that are starting to collide and really erupt. And as the season has progressed, and it's going to start forcing him to really pick a side, which is quite a dangerous space for him to be in, because he's a very morally gray character. And I think that's going to have huge repercussions for his narrative and for his relationships with the rest of the cast, and we'll see.
How's his relationship with Betty going?
It also gets tested. His character is now very much the outsider. I mean, he started as a kind of intellectually foreign character at the beginning of season 1, and now he is physically away from the entire cast, which is a strange place for him to be in.
Well, we saw when he was over at the new high school, he surprisingly was fitting in really well. Do you think that he's going to be embracing the Serpents and embracing these new students as kind of like a newfound family?
I don't think it's going to be as easy as he assumes. I already from what we've been shooting, without spoiling too much, I think he has an idea of fitting in, and he's quite a special snowflake, or he thinks he's quite a special snowflake, and he'll stand out. And the problem with a dangerous system like Southside High is that standing out can be physically threatening. Mm-hmm. So we'll start seeing a little bit of that narrative for our poor special snowflake Jughead.
And this is a question that Roberto and Sarah can chime in on too. Any word on Juggy's mom and Jellybean making an appearance?
We've talked about it. I think it might be something that happens in the second half of the season. Yeah.
We have to find the right casting for both of them. I mean, the casting's everything on this show, so we want to do it right. But nobody cares about Bughead, right?
Nobody.
Okay. That was sarcastic.
Lily, we saw Betty battling a lot of inner demons in season 1. As she goes into season 2, are you personally excited to kind of explore that a little bit more and kind of get into her mindset?
Yeah, I mean, definitely from an acting perspective, it's a challenge, so it's good to take that on. And I think as the scripts have been coming in and as we've started filming, there's a lot of, I don't know, like last season we saw some dark Betty, but this season it's more like tortured soul Betty. And it's really, I'm really excited to play it, but also kind of, it's a little heart-wrenching for my character and for my sweet little Betty. But yeah, I mean, there's, we explore that darkness a lot more, and I think we see Betty come to terms with it a little bit more in season 2 rather than try and just cover it with a black wig.
As she's coming to terms with this darkness and trying to figure it out, are we going to be seeing her lean more on Jughead, Veronica, or Archie as she goes through this?
You know what? I think it's kind of, I don't know. I think her dark, I don't know what I can and can't say.
Everything.
Like, Roberto,
you can say everything.
I think it's quite even. I think she finds a different comfort in every single one of them, but I do think you definitely see more of Betty and Archie's friendship and their support system, and that they are, they have been best friends their whole lives, and that's something that you really get to see in season 2, which makes me happy because it just kind of gives a little bit more background to these two people who grew up next to each other.
And as much as I love Betty's signature iconic ponytail, are we going to get to see her let her hair down a little bit this year?
Roberta, what?
You really hit the third rail right now.
Really?
Yeah, we will see Betty loosen her ponytail a little bit more this season. But it is, I always say to Lily, I was like, it's iconic, you have to wear a ponytail. And Lily's like, I have a headache from wearing a ponytail.
Camila.
Hi.
How are you? Looking stunning.
Valentino.
Papa. Oh, wow, Valentino.
Red Valentino.
How very on brand. How very Veronica of you. Hiram's home. We have Mark Consuelos coming on in season 2 to play your dad.
Amazing.
First of all, I've got to know, what was it like welcoming him into the Lodge family?
It was effortless. Honestly, he blended in as soon as he got here. And he plays the role with such confidence and subtlety. Like, he's not like trying to push this Godfather-esque character. Like, he just is so calm and collected. Because at the end of the day, he's a businessman and he knows how to like put on a face and like charm people. But the whole time, I mean, I'm still suspicious. I don't trust him.
I was going to say, how would you describe their father-daughter bond?
It's layered. I think there's a side of Veronica that really wants to know that he's better now and that he's going to try to be a good person. But at the same time, he's still doing the same things he was always doing and keeping secrets with Hermione. And they're kind of like not letting Veronica cross that bridge. Mm-hmm. And she's just trying to get to them and be like, let me be part of this family. I want to be a Lodge. Like, I want to help,
She wants the secrets.
Yeah.
KJ, have you shared any scenes with your girlfriend's father?
Hermione? No. Oh, yeah. No, we've had a couple scenes.
Have you shared any scenes with Mark Consuelos?
Oh, yes. Yes. There's some, we got some crazy stuff together in season 2. Yeah, some real funny stuff.
They have a really cool relationship.
Yeah.
Really? How would you describe it? Is it tense?
Scary
Do they get
for
along?
me.
Scary?
Yeah. I mean, obviously dating his daughter, he's a bit skeptical with that, but he's a hard man, so it's good.
And
he has a plan.
Yeah.
Camila, I'm excited to say that we can reveal something very special here. Mm-hmm. There's another man coming back into Veronica's life. Mm-hmm. What would you like to tell the audience?
I've got an ex from New York coming. And he's a bad boy, and he brings out Veronica's dark side, which I don't think we got to really see in season 1.
Whoa! KJ, how does that make you feel?
Dark Veronica is much darker than Dark Betty. So.
Yeah, there's no going back.
KJ, how does Archie feel about that?
At this stage, Archie's really not in the right headspace to be dealing with that at all, so you never know what to expect.
We've got even more fresh faces coming to Riverdale this year. It was announced that Supergirl star Britt Morgan is going to be coming in as Penny Peabody. And of course, as we mentioned, we've got a brand new Reggie joining the group. Why was Charles Melton the perfect choice to step into Reggie's shoes?
When we were first casting Reggie for season 1, it took us forever to find the guy who kind of embodied that, and that was Ross Butler. And then when Ross had to leave, we had to make a really tough decision. Do we retire the character, or do we try to replace this great actor? And for me, and I think for the producers and for the cast, Reggie's such an important part of the show, and he's such a big element. He's Archie's kind of day-to-day rival, that I said, listen, if we can find the right actor, we'll do it. If we can't, we'll retire Reggie. And Charles was one of the first actors who came in, and he had it tough because since we'd had everyone else cast, we made him read with KJ, we made him read with Cole, we made him read with Ashley for various reasons, because he has stories with all 3 of them. And the chemistry was kind of instantaneous.
As soon as I met the guy, I knew, the guy was doing push-ups and things before he went into his audition.
Is that the way to your friendship?
No, he's honest. He's perfect for Reggie.
Yeah.
He completely embodies the character.
He really is.
Is that why you like to play so many pranks on him?
Not on each other. We do it together. We're a bloody good team as well, I'd say that.
And I'm also pleased to announce that there is another new character coming to Riverdale, Tony Topaz. Joining the group, you'll know her from the Archie comics. Sarah, what can you speak to about Tony and who will be playing her?
Well, what's interesting is the actress playing her was someone that we met the first year for one of the parts that someone else was playing, and we just loved the actress so much that when the opportunity came up to bring her, she felt like she belonged in Riverdale, so we're very excited.
And she's played by Vanessa Morgan.
My best friend.
How would you describe her character? Where does she fit into this world?
Tony Topaz is a student at Southside High. She's a Southside Serpent. She's sort of Jughead's guide into the Serpent world. And there's a lot about her that makes it seem like, almost like we jokingly say that she's got a lot of the same interests as Jughead. So it's almost like she's like a female Jughead. So she's trouble. She's trouble.
Trouble in what way, Roberto?
I think she's trouble getting Jughead into this gang. I think she might be trouble for Bughead. I don't know.
Interesting. I can hear the boos and hisses in the audience right now. Now, the interesting thing about Tony Topaz is that in the comics, it was hinted that she could be bisexual. Sarah, is this something that we're also going to be exploring on the on-screen version?
Yeah. Sure.
Roberto, do you want to add to that too?
Yeah, no, I mean, she's sort of, that's something that's in the comic books and has been for a while. And we thought it would be really, really fun to have a bisexual character from the comics on the show.
Bring bisexuality
so yeah, she's going to be
to
trouble
Riverdale.
for a lot of the people on this panel.
Which leads us to our romance checkup. I understand that we're getting some new love interests and some new love. Hey, how you doing down there?
I'm good.
What's going on for Kevin? Any word on Joaquin?
You know, I think Joaquin got on that bus. I don't think he's coming back.
One-way ticket.
You know, I think the first few episodes are really fun for Kevin to kind of deal with that heartbreak in a very wonderfully written way by the writers and producers. So it's going to be really fun to show that. And then I do think there's going to be a new love interest that comes into play eventually, which you have to ask Roberto about that.
He has to heal his heart first.
Yeah, he's a delicate soul, as you guys know. So,
What do you think that Kevin looks for in a guy?
Remember, there's children in the audience.
You know, I think I think Kevin learned a big lesson with Joaquin. Not that he's not going to learn that lesson again, but someone that is interesting and authentic in themselves and different, in the same way that Kevin is in many ways. Pretty much that, I would say.
Ashley, the last time you and I talked, we kept campaigning that we needed a love interest for Josie, and I understand you might have some news for us.
I might. Josie might be batting a couple of eyelashes at Reggie Mantle. But we'll see.
Anybody else on the panel getting any new loves? Or want to throw that out there right now to Roberto and Sarah?
Roberto? Over here?
Well, Cheryl Blossom really had obviously with Archie's dad fighting for his life, that's a serious situation, but poor Cheryl. I mean, nobody's family went through a worse season 1 than Cheryl. I mean, she's got a lot of healing to do. Are you up for that, Madeline?
Dude, the baby crying in the audience right now is like the perfect soundtrack to the
For the Blossom
conversation.
We're going to be talking about the babies, don't you worry.
Got it.
But I think when your father's a wig-wearing monster, it's hard to find appropriate love interest.
Yep, that's the truth.
Click left to watch part 2 of the Riverdale panel, or click right to watch all the spoilers from Supergirl Season 3.